Yeah, my screen is visible, guys. Hello.
Yes, it is, Prithvi.
Yeah. So coming to the email studio, they are mostly targeting these A/B testing questions. So in all the interviews which I have seen, I think I have faced this question called A/B testing. So basically, you are going to say while you are going to do A/B testing, we are going to test two different contents, or we are going to test two different subject line or pre-headers with some sample size of audience, and we are going to declare the winner on the base of the open rate or click rate or unsubscribe rate. So for the campaign which get more open rate, click rate, or we are going to declare the campaign as a winner, and for the rest of audience we are going to use the winner content. So this is the question I have faced in all the 4 interviews which I have seen for the Accenture last week. And coming to the next, they are going to ask about this in the admin. They are asking about the scent classifications. So
I think this is the common question for all interviews, Prithvi.
yeah,
Even on Friday, I given a few interviews now. Two
okay.
in the 2 interviews also they asked about the A/B testing.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen 4 interviews of Accenture. I have faced all these questions. So in the scent classification, I think you need to have thorough knowledge on the scent classification. So basically, you need to say it is a combination of sender profile and delivery profile, and you should say what is the sender profile. So basically, sender profile consisting of the from name and from email address of a email going to consider from name and from email address, or if you want to configure any auto reply, you can add a auto reply trigger in the sender profile as we have discussed earlier. And coming to the delivery profile, it is going to having the IP address information, and you are going to say. So basically, send classification is the combination of sender profile and delivery profile, and here you have an option to select whether it is a commercial or transactional send classification. So this is one of the common question which I have faced. And another thing is regarding this trigger sense, I haven't seen any questions they are asking, but they are asking this question as common: what is all subscriber list and publication list difference? So they're asking this question as common. So here you are going to explain all subscribers list is the parent list of all the subscribers present in a marketing cloud business unit, and it is a parent parent list where you are going to see the status of each and every subscriber present in that particular BU. And while differentiating with this publication list, you need to say that publication list is not the master list, but it is going to be campaign specific. For each and every campaign, we are going to use different publication list to store the opt-in and opt-out information of that particular campaign. So in this way, I think you need to explain all subscriber and publication list, and all these answers I have shared you in the question bank. But this is the one of the most important which I have seen, and they're asking about this different types of data extensions. So where you are going to say there are total 3 types. We are going to see standard data extension, random data extension, and filter data extension. So any doubts guys in these types of data extensions? The random,
No.
No, Prithvi. No.
yeah. So this is the one of the most important thing you are going to face while going to face the email studio. Uh, So basically, these are a lot of things you are going to expect from email studio. So these are a lot of common questions which I have seen. Miscellaneous things are you are going to see what are difference between shared data extension and normal data extension. So shared data extension nothing but this data extension can be used in different views. So all the business units present in the marketing cloud can access shared DB. And normal data extensions are nothing but those are BU specific data extensions. And this is one of the question. So shared is nothing but these are available in all the all the business units present in your marketing cloud. And coming to the next, you are going to see what are the unsubscriber settings. They're asking these unsubscriber settings also, which is present in the email studio. So basically, you are going to say there are totally two types of unsubscriber settings. One is unsubscribe from this business unit. Unsubscribe from this BU. And another one is unsubscribe from all the business unit. That means in the email studio, if you opted in for this setting called unsubscribe from this business unit, if you have subscriber unsubscribe from that campaign, it will be unsubscribed only in the business unit A. But if you are going to opt in for the all business unit, it is going to opt out in, the subscriber is going to get opt out in entire enterprise, like it is going to opt out in business unit A, B, C, as well as the parent BU. So in each and every business unit, that subscriber is going to get unsubscribed. So these two are the, what do you say, unsubscriber settings present in the marketing cloud.
Pradeep, where exactly we see this unsubscriber setting?
In the admin. In admin, you can see this option called unsub settings.
Okay, okay.
So you are going to see two radio buttons. One radio button is for unsub from this view, another radio button is for unsub from all views. So as per your configuration, it is going to update the unsub functionality in your SFMC. So unsubscriber settings is one of the common question which I have seen. And I'm going to add some more generic questions like they are asking separation list. So basically the separation is not, these are nothing but if you want to add any subscriber or any list of or group of subscriber as an exclusion in a campaign, we are going to create a list. We are going to create a separation list which is present in the email studio, and we are going to use that separation list as an exclusion in the exclusion while scheduling a campaign, and all those subscribers are going to get excluded from the sender. So this is one of the question which I have seen. So basically these all are the common questions we may encounter from email studio. Rather than this, you can they're going to ask some questions regarding this user initiated sends. User initiated sends are nothing but while we are teaching this sending an email from automation studio, we have created a user initiated where we have configured a email data extension. Then we have in the automation studio, we have dragged this email send email activity. There we have pointed this particular user initiated, right? So that entire that question is going to relate to user initiated. So basically they are going to ask you what are the modes of sending an email from the marketing cloud. So here you can see there are multiple modes present. One is via triggered emails, like you are going to say trigger sends. These triggered sends are present in the email studio, and another is the user initiated sends. These are present in the email studio, but while triggering, you need to use automation also using the email send activity. Or simply you can select the email in the content of email studio and click on send button. So in the drop down, if you click it, you can see that send button, right? If you click on send button, also you can send the email directly from the email studio itself while you are going to send emails for the user from user initiated. Or else you can use this journey builder option to send emails. So basically you are going to say there are totally 4 modes of sending an email from the marketing cloud account, and you're going to explain all these 4 modes. So these are one of the common questions you are going to face. Basically, these all are the part of the email studio. Guys, any queries in any of this question here in the email studio?
No.
Coming to the journey builder. So basically in the journey builder, you are going to see the, sorry, let me go to automation studio. So in the automation studio, basically you are going to encounter the scenario based questions. So 70 to 80% questions in the automation studio are going to face are the scenario based. So they are going to ask you that how we are going to import a file present in an FTP file location, and it is a zipped file, and how we are going to import into a into a data extension. So this is the common question you are going to face while you are going to give interview. So I think everyone is going to face this question. I think it is a mandatory question. So basically, you are going to say is whenever a zip file is present in the FTP location, we are going to set up a file drop journey, and in the file, sorry, we are going to set up a file drop automation, and we are going to use this file drop as an entry source. And in the entry source, we are going to give the name of the file which is need to be picked, and you are also going to give the location of the file and the location of the file where it is present in the FTP. So, and you are going to launch the, activate the automation. So whenever the automation got activated, it is going to pick the file from that particular location, and it is going to trigger the journey. It is going to trigger the automation. So whenever client is going to drop the file in that particular FTP location, this automation is going to get triggered. So in the automation, you are going to use the entry source as file drop, and in the first activity, you are going to add a file transfer activity. So basically, you are using this file transfer activity for two things. One is for moving a file from safe house to safe house to the FTP, or else you can use this file transfer activity to decrypt a file or to unzip a file. So for these two scenarios, you are going to use the file drop activity. So one is for, so I am writing the use cases of file drop. The first use case is moving file from safe house to FTP. So this is the first use case of the file drop activity. And the second use case of the file drop is unzip a file, unzip or decrypt a file. So for these two use cases, you are going to use file drop activity. So as the file is a zipped file, once the automation got activated in the first activity, you are going to add the file drop activity, file transfer activity to unzip the file. So this file transfer activity is going to unzip the file. In the file transfer also, you are going to give the name of the file and as well as the location where it is present in the FTP. So it is going to pick the file from that particular location and it's going to unzip it. After that, you are going to use the import activity. And this import activity is going to import the data present in the file into the data extension. So these all are the, so this is the way of how you are going to transfer data present in a file in FTP, and you are going to import in the data extension. So this is the, so if they are going to ask you the question that how we are going to import a file present in the FTP to data extension, you are going to say this entire process, like set up file drop as an entry source, use file transfer activity if it is an if it is zipped file. If it is not a zipped file, you can omit this file transfer activity, or you can simply use import activity to import the data into the DE. So this you can say, and they are going to ask you some reverse questions like how you are going to import a data present in a file to. So let us suppose you have a data into data, you have the data present in a data extension. How you are going to extract the data present in a data extension and move into a file and drop that file into the FTP. So this is a reverse process. So if they are going to ask you this sort of questions, you need to say we are going to use data extract activity present in the Automation Studio. With the help of this data extract activity, in the data extract activity, you are going to select this option called data extension extract. So add the data extract activity in your Automation Studio canvas, and inside the data extract activity, you can see this feature called data extension extract, and give the customer key of your data extension. So every data extraction has an external key, right? So in the data extract activity, you need to give the external key of your DE. So, and you need to run the data extract activity. So now what it is going to do is, it is going to extract the entire data present in this DE, and it's going to import into a file. And you can use the file naming pattern also. In that particular file, it is going to extract the entire data present in a DE. So your file is created, but the created file is in safe house. So once you extract the data present in a data extension, the data will be extracted in the file format which you have given, and the file will be dropped in the safe house. So to move the file from safe house to FTP, can anyone say what is the activity we are going to use? Same thing. You are going
File
to
transfer.
Yeah, as you have seen here, that there are total use cases of 2 use cases of file transfer, right? Moving a file from safe house to FTP. So you are going to use file transfer, correct? And you are going to drop the file into the FTP location, and client is going to pick the file and they are going to use it for their use cases. So this is the reverse case. So if they ask about transferring a data from file present in a FTP location into the data extension, you are going to explain this process. And for the reverse, you are going to explain data extract process. So this is one of the most important use cases. I think they are going to ask these questions only. 99% you are going to face these two questions while they are asking about Automation Studio. And another one is, you are going to see what is this verification activity. So basically this verification activity is nothing but it is going to check how many records present in a data extension. So while I'm explaining this verification activity, there you are going to select a data extension present in the verification activity. If in that particular data extension, you can add some conditions like record count greater than, less than, or equal to. If here I'm going to select a condition called record count equal to 0. That means in a particular data extension, if there are no records present, if you want to stop that automation because there are no records present, right? So let us suppose client is dropping a file into the FTP and you are going to import data present in that particular file to your data extensions. So before importing it, if we add this verification activity, it is going to check how many, or so after import you can add a verification activity. So that verification activity is going to check how many records are present in the data extension. If record count equal to 0, then you can give your email address inside the verification activity and you can send an email like 0 records present in the file. And you are going to get these notifications 0 records present. So it is going to check whether how many records are present in a data extension. So if 0 records present in the data extension after import activity, that means nothing, that is 0 data is present in the file, right? That means file also don't have any data. So you are going to inform the client that we have received a file with 0 data. So client is going to send you another file. So in this way, if you want to check the number of records present in a data extension, like record count equal to 0, greater than 0, or less than 0, you can select any of the use case in this as per your requirement, and you can add your email address and you can add the notification message, and you are going to get the notification if it is going to meet any of the criteria which you have given. So this is the use case of verification activity. So this is also one of the most common question you're going to face in the interview. And next you are going to see this wait activity. So this wait activity is also present in the Automation Studio. So basically you are going to use this wait activity to wait like in between two imports or in between the data extract or file transfer activity. If you want to add any wait interval, you can add this wait activity. There you can select 1 hour, 2 hours, or 5 minutes. So that automation is going to hold, or automation is going to stop till that period. So if you want to wait your automation till a particular juncture of time, you can use this wait activity in between multiple activities, so that for that particular time, your automation is going to get stopped or it is going to get passed. So this is the wait activity. And another one is you're going to see is they are going to ask you about how you are going to execute SQL inside the automation studio. So you can simply say that we are going to use this SQL activity. So with the help of the SQL activity, we are going to execute SQL queries present in the in the automation studio. So this you are going to tell them. And so these are the some basic questions we are going to face via face in the automation studio, and they're also going to ask the types of entry sources in the automation. So there you are going to say there are total 2 types of entry sources in the automation studio. One is file drop, one is schedule. So you can say this, there are 2 types of automations for entry sources. File drop, one is file drop. File drop is nothing but it is going to pick a file. Whenever the file, it is going to match the file naming pattern and the folder location. And schedule is nothing but automation is going to run at the time which we have scheduled. If you want to run the automation for every 1 hour, or if you want to run automation daily at particular time, or if you want to run only on specific weekends, you can schedule it. So these 2 are the entry sources present in the automation studio. And another common question is how you are going to trigger an email from the automation studio. So there you are going to say, we are going to use send email activity. So basically with the help of this send email activity, we are going to trigger an email from the marketing cloud account. But in this scenario, you are going to use the email studio as well, where you are going to create a user initiated in the email studio. After creating the user initiated in the email studio, you are going to point that particular user initiated inside the send email activity, and you are going to schedule the automation. So at that particular time where you have scheduled, the email will be triggered to the your target audience. So these are the questions you are going to face on the automation studio. And probably, and I am missing one thing. One is the tracking extract. So this is the thing which we have discussed. So basically this tracking extract is going to, if you want to make reports inside the automation studio, you are going to use this tracking extract, where you can extract the opens, clicks, and bounces of your marketing cloud account. You can also pick the historical account also. You can also pull the historical data also. Like if client asks,
Is this nothing but the data views?
no, it is different with the data views.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah, tracking extract is nothing but it is present inside the data extract. This option is present inside the data extract. So basically, it is going to pick the opens, clicks, bounces, everything. Every data you can pick. So if client asks you that, give me data of the subscriber who has opened my emails in last 25 days, you can do it via data views also, but you can extract also with the help of tracking extract. So where you are going to select the range as per the client requirement, and you can see multiple checkboxes there, and you can select any one of the checkbox as per your requirement. And once and if client wants opens, you can click on opens, and you can give your own file naming pattern, and you can schedule the activity. Once you schedule the tracking extract activity, you can see your file is got dropped in your FTP account. Sorry, it is going to drop it into the what is it, safe house. Then you are going to use file transfer activity to move the file from safe house to the FTP. Then you are going to use the import activity to import the data into the data extension. So if client asks how you are going to do reporting inside the automation studio, you are simply going to say you are going to use tracking extract to do import inside the automation studio. So you can also import opens, clicks, bounds, everything with the help of tracking extract, as well as you can also, this data views also comes under this automation as well. So if you want historical data of your marketing cloud account, you can use tracking extract. So basically, the entire historical data from the time your company has purchased the marketing cloud instance, the entire data will be present in the market tracking extract. But you have a limit of extracting 1 month data at once. So let us suppose if client asks for last 24 months of data, you can run extract for 24 times by selecting 24 months. But so tracking extract has capability of fetching the entire historical information. But data views, as you already know, we are going to extract data from the views which are invisible or hidden tables which you cannot see. You're going to write queries on the underscore open, underscore click, or underscore bounds tables, and you are going to pull the data. So these all are the data views. So you can also going to face the questions on the data views. So from the automation studio, so basically you are going to face interview questions on all these 9 topics. So any queries, guys, in automation? Anyone?
No.
No.
So coming to the next is the journey builder. So in the journey builder, here also you are going to see the what is it, scenario based questions only. Like they are going to ask you the what all are the activities present in the journey builder. So you are going to say there is engagement split, decision splits. There are some Einstein blocks. There is path optimizer. You are going to say there are some weight by attributes. So you are going to explain each. You are going to say all the activities present in the journey builder, and they are going to ask you the entry sources. Entry sources are nothing but in the journey builder, you are going to say API as an entry source, journey builder as an entry source, cloud page as an entry source, Salesforce data as an entry source. You are going to say all these entry sources. So, and they are going to ask you the entry settings. Entry settings are nothing but there are total 3 types of entry settings, like re-enter once, re-enter anytime, re-enter only after exit. So while you are going to activate the journey, you are going to the journey settings, right? There you are going to see these 3 one. Re-enter once means the subscriber once enter into the journey, he will be not entering it into it again. And the second one, and this is the common question you are going to face in the interview. Re-enter anytime. That means subscriber is going to can re-enter anytime into the journey. And third one is the re-enter after exit. So these 3 are the common questions you are going to face. This is one of the common questions you are going to face. And another one is they are going to ask about the difference between journey data and contact data. So this will be the most important question, and this is the I think it's the damn sure question you are going to face. So journey, if they are asked about this difference between journey and contact data, you are going to say that we are going to use this data inside the decision split. So basically, when you are going to use the decision split, journey data is a static data. It consists of the data of audience present in the data extension at the time of journey activation. Let us suppose at the time of journey activation, I have 100 loyalty points, and journey got activated, and I will be staying inside the journey for 20 days. But I have made some purchases. My loyalty points has been increased into 500 loyalty points. But if you use journey data inside a decision split, journey data is not going to pick the updated data. It's still going to consider your loyalty points as 100. But if you want to catch, or if you want to send emails to the live emails as per the live data present in the DE, you are going to use the contact data. That means contact data is going to pick the updated. So if there is an update happening in any of the record present in the data extension, contact data is going to pick the updated or live data. So So they are going to ask you that how you can configure a data accession into the contact data. There you are going to say, we are going to use this thing called data designer. So this is one of the important questions. So basically this data designer is present inside the contact builder. In the contact builder, you are going to navigate into the data designer. In the data designer, you are going to see this option called create attribute group. And you need to click on the create attribute group. And while you're going to click on create attribute group, there you need to add, there you are going to see this option called link data extension. So you're going to click on this link data extension and you're going to configure your entry source data extension there. Then you're going to link your entry source data extension there. So whenever you are going to link your data extension in the attribute group, your data extension will be added inside the contact data. So while you are going to configure a decision split, you are going to use contact data. Inside the contact data, you are going to use this particular data extension. And so right now my loyalty points is going to upgrade it to 500 as I had made some purchases. So Journey is going to consider as 500 loyalty points. So if they are going to ask you the difference between journey and contact data, you are going to tell this answer with an example of loyalty, which I have explained right now. So there you are, like you are going to say that in my previous project, I have worked on a loyalty project, I have worked on a loyalty project where we are going to send customers some offers or discounts on the basis of their loyalty points. If they have got more loyalty points, we are going to send some good offers or more discounts. So as this journey data is not going to pick the updated data from the data extension, we have used this contact data, and we have to configure the contact data, we have navigated to the contact builder. Inside contact builder, we have went to the data designer where we have created an attribute group by linking my data extension there. Once I have linked it there, my data extension is added in the contact data, and while configuring the decision split, I have used contact data option and I have used this contact data extension. So Journey is going to consider my live data inside the journey, builder, and we are going to send updated. We are going to send subscribers to their respective updated paths, and subscribers with more loyalty points we have sent to another path where we have given placed emails with more discounts. So these type of examples you need to say if they ask this question, like difference between journey and contact data. So any queries, guys, here?
No, Prithvi.
Yeah, so let me send you another invite. I think only 1 minute left.
Okay.
Okay.
Is my screen?
Yes, Prithvi.
Yeah, and in the journey builder, they are also going to ask you that how we are going to do A/B testing inside the journey builder. So if they are going to ask you A/B testing in the journey builder, you are going to say you are going to use this path optimizer. So this is one of the important questions. If they are going to ask you about A/B testing, you are going to explain two scenarios. One, you are going to say A/B testing is present in the email studio and A/B testing is present in the journey builder also. So if it is in the email studio, you are going to use the A/B testing option, or if it is in the journey builder, you are going to use the path optimizer. So in the path optimizer is going to create two paths. In two paths, we are going to add two different messages, like two different emails. After adding the two different emails, we are going to select the criteria like opens, clicks, and unsubscribes. And you are going to select a date range. Let us suppose like 28 days, 28 hours, 40 hours, or 2 days, or some random date. So it is going to wait until that particular date. So after, if you select 2 days, it is going to wait for 2 days. After 2 days, the content present in path A, if it get more open rate, it is going to declare the content. It is going to declare the content, and it is going to declare the winner on the basis of these 3 criteria: open, click, and bounce. So you can select any one of the criteria. You cannot select 3 criteria at once. You can select only 1 criteria, and as per the criteria, you are going to declare the winner email with the help of path optimizer. And the next one, you are going to see how you are going to track opens or clicks or bounces inside an email. There you are going to say, I'm going to use engagement split. So if they ask this sort of questions, how you are going to track the engagement of audience inside the journey builder. So there you are going to say, I'm going to use engagement split. So first I'm going to configure an email inside the journey. After that, I'm going to add some wait activity of 1 day or 2 days. After 1-2 days wait activity, I'm going to add an engagement split. So in the engagement split, it is going to track open, click, and bounce. So if a particular subscriber is going to receive the email, after that he is going under the wait activity of 1 or 2 days. So after 2 days, we're going after that wait activity. Wait activity will be mandatory before adding engagement split. If you don't add any wait activity, engagement split will be not configured. So after that, in the engagement split, you are going to select open, click, or bounce, anything of these 3. So if a particular subscriber opens the email within this 2 days span, is going to the path A, or if it doesn't open the email, is going to flow to the path B. And if he clicks an email or for that particular subscriber email got bounced, is moving into the path A, or else is going to the path B. So in this way, we are going to track engagements inside the journey builder with the help of engagement split. So if he doesn't open or click on any email, he is going under the path B. In the path B, we are going to add a reminder email. So if he doesn't open or click the email, he is going to receive the reminder email. So in this way, you are going to say engagement split. And we are also going to ask about the decision split. In the decision split, the most common question is the difference between journey data and contact data, which I have already explained now. And another thing is what is the use case of decision split? There you are going to ask. There you are going to say that we are going to create multiple paths inside the journey with the help of decision split. Like if a particular subscriber is from India, you are going to create a path like country equal to India. That they are going to flow from one path. Country, you are going to create another rule like country equal to USA. They are going to another path. So in this way, you are going to create multiple paths inside the decision split. So this is one of the important questions. So these all are the various questions you are going to expect from the journey builder. So basically in the automation and journey builder, the 80% of questions will be like scenario based. So if you are familiar with all these splits, it will be easy for you to crack automation and journey builder questions. And coming to the AMP script or content builder. So they are going to ask you that what is different between lookup rows. So there, the basic question is what is the difference between lookup rows, lookup order rows. So lookup means you are going to look up for only one column from a data acquisition. Lookup rows means you are going to you can fetch more than one field. Like you can fetch like 1,000 fields from lookup data acquisition. So they are going to ask you about personalization strings. They are going to ask you about what is difference between insert data and upsert data. So they are going to ask you the question like how much you are going to rate yourself on AMP script. They're going to ask you that what all are the AMP script functions you are familiar of. So there you are going to say I work on the lookup rows, insert data. So if they ask you what is the use of insert data, you are going to say this registration page example. Which we have discussed while we are going to learn this web studio or cloud pages, where we have created a registration page and we have used this insert data So whenever a particular subscriber fills the registration page, his data will be inserted into the DE, right? So we are going to say this example. If they ask about lookup and lookup rows, you are going to say if any particular field like zip code or any city is not present in my target entry source data extension, if it is present in another data extension, then we are going to use lookup to fetch value of that particular rows. Or if we want more than one field which is not present in our entry source, we are going to use lookup rows. Like in my entry source data extension, I have only country, but I don't have city and zip code. I'm going to use lookup rows as it is more than one. If it is only one, I can fetch one row. I can use lookup. As I'm fetching multiple fields, I'm going to use the lookup rows to fetch the data. So this is what you're going to explain. And you're going to explain all the AMP script functions which I have explained, like a content block by key, all these functions. Another one is they are going to ask how you have worked on what all are the content blocks which you have worked on. So if they ask about this content blocks, they are going to say I worked on free form content block, HTML content block, dynamic content block, reference content block, all these content blocks you are going to explain. And they're going to ask you about this dynamic email. So if they ask how you are going to create a dynamic email, you are going to say we can create dynamic email in two ways. One is via what AMP script, and another is via there is dynamic content block present right inside the template. So, and in the template, you are going to use this dynamic content block where you are going to create rules like country equal to India, you are going to select Indian content block. If country equal to US, you are going to select USA content block. So you can say we can create dynamic email via two types. One is via dynamic content block. Another is via AMP script. So in the dynamic content block, you are going to create rules, and as per the rule, you are going to select the content block which you want to display. And AMP script is nothing but you are going to use this function called content block by. In AMP script, in the if condition, you are going to use this content block by key function, where in the if condition, if country equal to India, then here inside the content block by key, you are going to keep the customer key of Indian Indian module, and we have explained this one, right? So we are going to add the customer key of each and every content block like India, USA, Canada. With the help of this content block by key function, you are going to display the content blocks of each and every subscriber as per his country value or his gender or anything. And you are going to say with the help of AMP script, we are going to do dynamic email as well as with the help of this default dynamic content block. So this is you are going to say while AMP script function. And in the journey builder, I have missed one thing. One is the API is an entry source. There, if in the interview they are going to ask how you are going to work on this transactional messaging, like how you are working on these OTPs and any e-receipts. If you make any payment, you are going to receive a receipt, right? So they are going to ask you that how you are working on this transactional messaging. Then you are going to answer. I have used this API entry source inside the journey builder, where I have navigated to the setup. In the setup, I have created one package where I have received this client ID, client secret, and inside the journey builder, I have created this API. I have used API as an entry source where journey builder is going to give an external key for each and every journey. So I'm going to send this custom client ID, client secret, and journey's external key to the client. And client are going to configure those information inside the server or website. So whenever an API call happens from that client server, we are getting the subscriber information in the form of a payload to the data extension. And the subscriber is going to receive the email instantly. And if they ask how we are going to test this API journeys internally, so we are going to explain this postman. So while I'm explaining this Postman, we have created an environment, right, inside the Postman. Like inside the variables, you have added client ID, client secret, the entire setup you are going to explain. Well, they ask about the APIs and entry source. So if they ask about in the journeys, explain me on any of the entry source which I have worked. So it is better if you tell I have worked on API, and if you say the entire process of creating a package and doing testing with Postman, I think they will get impressed if you say this one. So, any queries, guys, in this? Oh, anyone? So max 80 to 90% of questions are going to face in this only, in this context. And you are not going to receive any questions outside this context. Anyone in it doubts in this? So if you are,
No,
if you are familiar about all these questions, I think all these topics, it is like very simple for you to crack the interview. And guys, you want any proxy while interview, Abhishek? Hello?
I will inform you tomorrow if I require any.
Yeah,
I will
it is like I will be on the phone call with you. So I'm going to hear the questions which interviewer are asking and telling you the answers. You are seeing those answers in your mobile screen, or you can also listening these answers in your headphones. You are going to simply repeat those answers. If you want proxy also, I think I can help you in that.
Okay, I will inform you.
Yeah. So the PDF which I've sent is more than enough. If you are perfect on those questions, I think it will be simple, guys. I think last week I have done proxy to this Ramya. I think we are expecting second round of interview next week.
Oh,